So I will recommit the nation to global leadership in the sectors that will define the next century. We will invest in biomanufacturing and aerospace, remain dominant in AI and quantum computing, blockchain and other emerging technologies.
I think you're warming up to top-tier crypto. I don't think you think it's a monolith. I think you think there might be some actual usage or benefit to top-tier crypto. Would you say that recently you're evolving to where... Go ahead.
Joe, where are you on what's called altcoins? There's 15 or 20,000.
I
where
know.
are you, Joe?
But you, when you came in, you said, that I probably only own Bitcoin, and you act like that's okay for me because I don't own all the garbage. I think you were thinking. So I just get the feel.
Garbage was your word.
I know, but are you warming up to top?
Huh? It was not that kind of a word that you used.
Actually,
right.
Joe, for the public, used a stronger word than garbage.
I did, but are you warming up to? Do you see that it's probably here to stay and something that could be useful?
This is something I said to students 4 and 5 years ago.
I know, but you didn't say it to once you were the SEC chairman.
No. That this field will not long persist without investor protection or consumer protection.
Can it persist?
Number two, many of these projects, without prejudging anyone, are tapping into the public's interest to raise money. That's the classic securities sort of protections that you put in place. You can decide to go long or short these projects, but you need the disclosures. And as it relates to Bitcoin, my predecessor and I have said that's not a security. You now have a way that you can actually express that view, buy into that through exchange-traded products, traded on NASDAQ, traded on New York Stock Exchange, and the like.
Okay, that's a yes then.
Where do you think Bitcoin is going to be in our society 20 years from now? If you were to sort of,
I don't really know.
You have any idea?
I don't know. I mean, there's 7 billion people around the globe. I'm not going to make a prediction as to any one project, but what I would say is the field is going to have a challenge building trust, and it already has a challenge building trust when there's so many fraudsters, scammers, grifters in the field, and there are.
Is leading the world in the industries of the future and making sure America, not China, wins the competition for the 21st century. One of the recurring themes in American history is that when we make an intentional effort to invest in our industrial strength, it leads to extraordinary prosperity and security, not only for years, but for generations. Think of Alexander Hamilton having the foresight to build the manufacturing capabilities of our new nation. Think of Lincoln and the Transcontinental Railroad. Think of Eisenhower and the interstate highway system. Kennedy committing America to win the space race and spurring innovation across our society. From our earliest days, America's economic strength has been tied to our industrial strength. And the same is true today. So I will recommit the nation to global leadership in the sectors that will define the next century. We will invest in biomanufacturing and aerospace, remain dominant in AI and quantum computing, blockchain and other emerging technologies, expand our lead in clean energy innovation and manufacturing. The next generation of breakthroughs, from advanced batteries to geothermal to advanced nuclear, are not just invented, but built here in America by American workers.
going to a different economy, and we're going to be learning more about that as we go. But clearly, we're learning that things can be done from remote locations. We're learning that technology can replace people even more than we thought.
We're not going back to the same economy. We're recovering, but to a different economy, and it'll be one that is more leveraged to technology. And I worry that that is going to make it even more difficult than it was for many workers.
In Silicon Valley, and my friends who work in technology know that what we did to the manufacturing workers, we are now going to do to the retail workers, the call center workers, the fast food workers, the truck drivers, and then even bookkeepers, accountants, insurance agents, lawyers, and on through the economy. So what happened to the manufacturing workers is a very clear sign.
And so we'll import Chinese-based CBDC technology. So it's going to be CBDC in a box provided to you by the People's Bank of China.
But every stock, every bond, every currency, every commodity, every piece of art, every private business, every piece of real estate will eventually be a token on a blockchain, an entry on a ledger, permanent and immutable. We will have truth instead of trust, and we will save over $7 trillion a year. 6 to 8% of global GDP is wasted by the friction of the trust industry that's necessary when you have dual entry accounting. With triple entry accounting, which is what a blockchain is, we get rid of all of that friction. It's a beautiful future.
Like what you see in China and their social credit scoring systems, right? If we get identity wrong, it could be a tool to enslave humanity. And if we get it right, it could be a tool to liberate humanity. And as an American, I'm obviously rooting for the one that's on the side of freedom.
Bitcoin is an international asset. And also, I do believe the role of crypto is, it's digitizing gold.
I actually believe this technology is going to be very important. Look at it. We have been part of the huge revolution in investing through ETFs. We believe that ETFs will be changing the whole way we invest. Many people still use it as a means, people are investing it for indexing. No, the majority of people who are putting money in in ETFs are active investors that are buying exposure. The entire bond market is being transformed as we talk right now. I believe the next generation for markets, the next generation for securities will be tokenization of securities. And if we could have that distributed ledger that we know every beneficial owner, every beneficial seller, we all have our code of who's buying, who's selling, instantaneous settlement. And think about it, it changes the whole ecosystem.
Chinese bank ICBC has been hit by a ransomware attack, and the U.S. Treasury market, as a result of that, has been disrupted. This, according to the Financial Times. We're getting more right now with Bloomberg's Shonali Bassick. Shonali, what do we know?
Listen, we have the Financial Times now reporting that ICBC, one of China's largest banks here, was hit with a ransomware attack. And remember, they're a very significant intermediary in the Treasury market. The SIFMA has told its members that this has been part of the reason here that the system is kind of clogged up, if you will, during that auction that we saw a little bit before. The attack had prevented ICBC, according to the Financial Times, from settling Treasury trades on behalf of other market participants. A large executive at a major bank also telling the paper that such a large party on the fixed income clearing corp creates major concerns, potentially impacting the liquidity of Treasury markets.
Now, it was not just a poor auction. It was absolutely lousy, and when the dealers have to step in to save a Treasury auction, that's a rare occurrence. And
welcome to the Crypto Teacher. And guys, please like and subscribe if you do like what you're listening to. Please inform your friends and family and spread it all over social media. It is imperative that we get back to learning finances and understand how the world really works, because once we understand how the world really works, we understand that it is all planned out. Now, I want to thank those who purchased the books Cryptoteacher and the New World Order book. Remember, the New World Order book shows you how the world really works, and it is definitely time for you to wake up out of that sleep, especially in the times that we're in right now. And 2024 is going to be one of our most entertaining years. We have the presidential election. We have the drums a beating. We have the emerging markets going to be flipping the switch on the fourth industrial revolution. And they finally start to cut rates. And we know Japan is going to start raising rates. And those trillions of dollars that are sitting in money market accounts are going to start flowing over to the emerging markets. And we know the master magicians are about to set up that distraction so they can cut rates while we still have inflation. And in the fourth quarter, once the election is over, the movie begins. Also, guys, I want to thank those who purchased the 3 kids' books. It's time to re-educate. Also, much love to those who donate to the Cash App, Patreon. Much love. Keep it coming. Guys, if you're not a part of the Patreon, make sure you're donating to the channel through the actual Cash App. But guys, this next Bitcoin and crypto bull run is going to be a utility run. So you want to make sure you have the cryptos that have real utility. And much love to those who are shopping at both stores. Keep it coming. And of course, guys, we get into Bitcoin and cryptos first.
Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel.
And we have Bitcoin and crypto moving slightly up. As I'm doing this video, we are pulling back. And I told you guys this week would be a roller coaster ride. And don't forget, we have Bitcoin and Ethereum futures contracts ending tomorrow. And we're seeing the crypto landscape change. We have the politicians, the SEC, and Gary Gensler now talking positive when it comes to the utility of crypto. Remember, Gary Gensler already has done his job. His job was keep delaying the regulation. And now it's time to flip the switch on the fourth industrial revolution. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. Now, guys, make sure you're paying attention to the actual indicators. We have yield rates, which are up. We have the dollar down. We have volume and crypto down. We have Tether and USDC. And we have the chain analysis. CEO says stable coins will drive institutional crypto adoption in Asia, even if regulators are not happy with it. But guys, we know this is all part of the plan. We know the emerging markets are going to rise. We see the foundation already set for the fourth industrial revolution. But we also know that stable coins are the foundation of this new monetary system because they're nothing but digital dollars. But now, due to smart contracts, they're programmable, being able to tell you what, when, and how to buy. And you have 3 to 6 months to spend it or poof, it's gone. And because all your data is on blockchain, they'll be able to know you better than you know yourself. So the NWO gets the all-seeing eye. And then, guys, we have the Fed. Repo at $416 billion. And as we know, this is the way they manipulate yields. We see the market getting a little pump. Make sure you're pulling the repo on a daily basis as we see the repo is moving in the wrong direction. Now we have Kamala Harris says we will remain dominant in AI, quantum computing, blockchain, and other emerging technologies. And what is she talking about? Yes, that digital economy, the fourth industrial revolution. She finally talks about it, and it doesn't matter whether she's in office or Trump is in office. The NWO is going to move this agenda. They're going to move this economy to tokenization. And at the same time, we keep hearing about all this technology. The drums are getting louder. But remember, the bank funds both sides. And anytime you heard the drum, whether it's WW1, whether it's WW2, or WW3, we know it always had an agenda to move the sheep into a direction. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. Now the movie continues. First we had P. Diddy. Now we have the New York City pro-crypto mayor, Eric Adams, indicted for corruption charges. And I have a feeling P. Diddy gave Eric Adams a lot of money when he ran for office. And this is definitely a distraction for something way bigger. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. Now, guys, we have Bitcoin and Ethereum spot ETFs. We have BlackRock, Fidelity, and Grayscale. Bitcoin, Ethereum, spot ETFs right now are up. Now, getting over into a little crypto news. We have Wallet and Telegram app will be temporarily restricted for users in the UK until it gets FCA regulatory licenses. Now, we have Nick Carter says the Biden administration killed off Silvergate to decapitate crypto. Carter claims Silver Bank was forced to cap crypto deposits at 15% or face shutdown. But remember, guys, these cryptos were used as an excuse because these other banks were failing. And it was due because of the Fed. So, of course, they used the crypto banks as an excuse. You know I've done plenty of videos on it to prove that. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. Now we have PayPal now allows business accounts to buy, hold, and sell crypto. And again, guys, this is all about adoption. So at first you had U.S. consumers could use it. Now you have U.S. businesses that can use it. So now the masses can transact in crypto to buy items. And of course, guys, that's called an economy. It's just a digital economy. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. And then lastly, guys, we have Athena announces USTB stablecoin backed by BlackRock's bill. And of course, bill is backed by US dollars, US treasuries, repurchase agreements. But we're starting to see this fourth industrial revolution come together. And we know for sure next year we'll have regulation. And then, of course, the big banks and big corporations will push adoption. Remember, guys, it's a handful of companies that own everything. It's easy to push adoption on the sheep. They wanted to make sure it was seamless so the masses can use it. Now it's ready. And remember, the crypto teacher told you, because he knows when it comes to the NWO, it's all planned out. But that's all I have for you. Don't forget about the books, Crypto Teacher and the New World Order book, plus the 3 kids books. It's time to re-educate. Also, new to cryptos, Coinbase, Bitrue, Binance. Do not forget book links and crypto links are in the description. The stock channel, guys. Don't forget to go like, subscribe, spread everywhere. You have your Kobo, your chip stocks, your banking, your gaming. While everybody's sitting at home, get on stocks, the Seaver, the biotech stocks. And while everybody's at home wishing they were still getting that free money, what are they doing? Drinking and smoking weed. Don't forget about those stocks, and you have a wonderful day. The most powerful person in the world is the storyteller. The storyteller sets the vision, values, and agenda of an entire generation to come. Steve Jobs. And guys, you know I truly believe in this. When you look at the New World Order, they're the storytellers. And that's the reason why I wrote my New World Order book. But guys, now it's time to change the current generation. And I wrote 3 kids books. You know I love the Trinity because I understand the power that's in it. So I have 3 books. We have an opportunity to change the generation, to educate, not just me, but I want to show you that I take action on a daily basis. And I want you to take action on a daily basis. Whether it's your job, whether it's in your community, we have an opportunity right now to educate the masses. I posted this on my Twitter account. Please share, but this is a short clip of the 3 books. There's going to be a clothing line and action figures. Please get these books for your kids, nephews, cousins, friends, so therefore we can start the re-education now. Because as we see, the 4th Industrial Revolution foundation is definitely here. Robots, algorithms, drones, taking humanity out the picture. We have to re-educate. But let's get into the video.
Part 1. King Joshua and Grandma Tam save the village. Part 2. King Joshua and Grandma Tam save New York from COVID-33. Part 3. King Joshua and Grandma Tam goes to China.
It's mandatory to get part 1, part 2, and part 3 of this series. It's time to re-educate Generation Z.